Hi everyone, old guy here. Sorry I've been absent for a couple weeks. I've been driving all around the great Northeast taking care of family business. This book is Johnny Depp's Ninth Gate meets 50 Shades of Grey. Although I can't be authoritative on 50 Shades because I've never read it. Heard some things though. So what's this book about? Well, Lily Albrecht is a successful novelist whose life turns tragic when her husband, Abel, is stricken with early onset dementia and turns into a wheelchair-bound comatose patient. Broke, abandoned by friends and colleagues, Lily quits her Upper West Side lifestyle and ends up in a small upstate New York house taking care of her now unresponsive husband. Desperate for money, Lily starts selling her extensive book collection of first and rare editions and finds she's pretty good at it, real good at it, and develops a reputation, an exclusive clientele, and gains entry into the book collector lifestyle and makes enough money that she can hire Awe, a part-time caregiver, to look after Abel while she's out book wrangling. And while she's out at a book fair wrangling books, another bookseller named Shy Man approaches her to see if she knows the whereabouts of the book of the most precious substance. "What's that?" both you and Lily ask, which strongly indicates she doesn't know where it is, but pish-posh. Shy Man believes that she can find it. I don't know why, but he does. Anyway, it's an obscure 16th century manuscript describing sex magic, which to me is a repetition of terms, conducted in such a way that the book bearer will obtain absolute power and everything they ever wanted. Okay, so this should be intriguing to the average politician. And Shy Man says there is a client willing to pay a couple of $1 million for a copy. And, well, Lily says, okay, I'm on it. I'll keep an eye out. Which isn't going to be easy because there are only 5 copies of it ever produced, all by hand in Amsterdam, and Lord knows if it still exists anywhere, much less where it is. Shy Man, though, gives her some code names of people who might have it, and then he leaves. And is promptly murdered. Okay, so this is a strong indicator that something is afoot. But Lily doesn't reach that conclusion. There is really no actual resolution of the murder throughout the novel, because the pursuit of the book takes precedence. Lily teams up with bon vivant and sophisticated fellow bookseller Lucas to dispose of Shy Man's collection, and she persuades him to help her search for the book because he needs money as much as she does, which means his vivant may not be all that bon. Lucas knows some of the code names, and they're off and somehow end up with the first few pages of the book. Seems the rituals involve applying a body substance to a symbol on the page while saying a magic word, and ew. That's not a book I want to touch. The first substance is sweat. I'm guessing you can guess what the most precious substance is. This then turns into where in the world is Carmen Sandiego with leathers and garters, as Lucas and Lily globetrot their way from one oddly named potential owner of the book to another, like a guy called the Admiral who served in the Marines. Which tells me he neither served in Navy or Marines, but that's roundly ignored. And I don't know if Glenn genuinely does not know the difference, or if this is another unresolved situation like Shyman's murder. Along the way, Lily and Lucas pursue the various rituals as they are revealed, and ick. The sex scenes are supposed to be cutting edge, I guess, but, it's more like Lily deciding she likes what's being done to her and what she's doing to others because, well, you're supposed to. That's what 50 Shades taught us, I think. Can't say. Haven't read it. But it looks more and more like romance novels are required to have unusual and graphic sex episodes in them because that's what sells. You don't think anyone goes to Pompeii just to look at the ruins, do you? I've always considered porno as a separate discipline, so to speak, than fiction, but we live in a world now where sticking it and getting stuck are the primary concerns. Not that I don't enjoy a good spicy scene from time to time, when done well. These, though, get pretty routine, pretty expected, pretty boring. Until we reach the last substance, which is blood from a beating heart. However shall we manage this, Lucas? The ending is kind of a letdown because you do not expect all this effort and ickiness to lead to a somewhat subdued result. Not that the result is small to Lily, but it's not what you expect. It's a lot like your friends promising you some good stuff before the concert and they flourish a bottle of Boone's Farm. Actually happened to me. Sarah Gran is somewhat of a big deal in the romance horror mystery world, having a series called the Claire DeWitt Mysteries and a few standalones. The best known probably Come Closer. Don't know any of those, but I'm not put off by this one. Gran is a good writer, even if the books aren't quite my cup of tea. Old guy here. See you later.